Safety first, smoke detectors save lives. Having a smoke detector in your home is really important. They are like little guardians that watch over you and your family, even when you're asleep. If a fire starts, a smoke detector will sound a loud alarm, giving you precious time to escape. Think of it like this. A fire is like a monster and a smoke detector is like a superhero that warns you about the monster. You can't always see or smell a fire right away, especially when you're sleeping. That's why you need a smoke detector to be your eyes and nose when you can't be. By having working smoke detectors in your home, you're increasing your chances of getting out safely if a fire ever happens. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Installing smoke detectors is a small step that can make a big difference in keeping your loved ones safe. So, if you want to protect your loved ones and yourself, make sure you have working smoke detectors on every level of your home. It's a simple step that can save lives. Different types for different fires. Just like there are different types of fires, there are different types of smoke detectors. The two most common types are ionization and photoelectric. Both types are good at detecting fires, but they work in slightly different ways. Ionization smoke detectors are really good at sensing fast-burning fires, like those caused by cooking oil or paper. They have a small amount of radioactive material inside that helps them detect smoke. When smoke enters the detector, it disrupts the flow of ions, triggering the alarm. Photoelectric smoke detectors, on the other hand, are better at detecting slow-burning, smoldering fires, like those caused by cigarettes or electrical problems. They work by shining a beam of light across a chamber. When smoke enters the chamber, it scatters the light, which then hits a sensor and triggers the alarm. It's a good idea to have both types of smoke detectors in your home for the best protection. That way, you'll be covered no matter what type of fire starts. Tools of the trade getting ready to install. Before you begin installing your smoke detectors, make sure you have all the necessary tools. Don't worry, you won't need anything too fancy. Here's a list of what you'll need. A drill with a screwdriver bit and a drill bit, usually 1/4 inch, a pencil or marker, a measuring tape, a screwdriver, a stepladder if needed, and of course, your new smoke detectors. Once you have all your tools and materials gathered, you're ready to start installing your smoke detectors. Remember, safety first. Always double-check the manufacturer's instructions that came with your specific smoke detectors, as they may have specific recommendations or requirements. Section 4. Finding the perfect spot where to install your smoke detectors. Choosing the right location for your smoke detectors is crucial for them to work effectively. The most important thing to remember is to install them on every level of your home, including the basement. On each level, install a smoke detector inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. This way, if a fire starts while you're sleeping, you'll be alerted immediately. When choosing a location for your smoke detector, make sure it's not too close to windows, doors, or air vents. These areas can create drafts that might prevent the smoke from reaching the detector quickly. Ideally, install smoke detectors on the ceiling, in the center of the room. If you can't install it on the ceiling, mount it on the wall, at least 4 inches away from the corner. Section 5. Installation Made Easy, a step-by-step guide. Now that you have all your tools and know where to install your smoke detectors, let's get to the installation process. Don't worry, it's easier than you might think. Step 1. Choose your location and use a pencil to mark the spot where you'll be drilling the holes for the mounting plate. Step 2. Using your drill and the appropriate drill bit, carefully drill pilot holes at the marked spots. These holes will guide the screws when you attach the mounting plate. Step 3. Align the mounting plate with the pilot holes and use your screwdriver to secure it to the ceiling or wall. Step 4. Now it's time to connect the smoke detector to the wiring. If you're replacing an old smoke detector, simply disconnect the wires from the old unit and connect them to the new one, making sure to match the colors correctly. If you're installing a new smoke detector, you'll need to connect the wires to the electrical box in your ceiling or wall. Step 5. Once the wires are connected, gently push the smoke detector onto the mounting plate until it clicks into place. That's it. You've successfully installed your smoke detector. Now repeat these steps for each smoke detector you need to install in your home. Section 6. Beep, beep, test. Maintaining your smoke detectors. Once your smoke detectors are installed, it's important to test them regularly to make sure they're working properly. You should test each smoke detector once a month by pressing and holding the test button until you hear the alarm sound. In addition to testing, you should also clean your smoke detectors every few months to remove any dust or cobwebs that could interfere with their operation. Simply use a vacuum cleaner with a brush attachment to gently clean the exterior of the detector. Remember to replace the batteries in your smoke detectors at least once a year. A good way to remember is to change them when you change your clocks for daylight saving time. Most smoke detectors will chirp when the battery is low, so pay attention to any unusual sounds coming from your detectors. By following these simple maintenance tips, you can ensure that your smoke detectors are always in good working order and ready to protect you and your family in case of a fire. Remember, a working smoke detector is a happy smoke detector.